Hello, I am your Rusame reader, Crowsong, and today I will be reading to you from Royal Guard by Mirio Wright. Now, on to Chapter 22, Sleepless Nights. As the sun rose from its resting spot, sunlight peeked through the windows of the kingdom. There in his bedroom was America, laying on his bed with his eyes wide open. He simply couldn't sleep the entire night, tossing and turning. A part of him was extremely giddy and happy. The other part of him was anxious. He never really got a reply for his actions last night. After kissing him, the taller male jumped back in a daze. Russia immediately slapped his hand over his mouth when he realized what happened. They both stared at each other for a while in confusion, with bright red faces. I'm gonna leave first. Goodbye, America said in a panic and skittered away without another word. He really didn't know where he was running off to, but somehow he ended up in a random corner of the castle where he lightly touched his lips. What the fuck did I do? America smacked himself. Dumbass, you don't even know how he feels, and there you go, making a move. America shrunk back and covered his flustered face with his hands. But he peeked out of the area through between his fingers. He didn't quite finish that thought. He wandered around the castle for a while, almost bumping into the Russian as he strolled near the servant headquarters, where he saw the Russian leaning against the door of the entrance with his hands crossed. America almost turned the corner, but when he did, he saw him and scurried back the other way. I really don't want to see him right now. The truth was that the American was afraid of what he'd say about it. After wandering around for a while, he made his way back to his room, crashing onto the bed. He tightly hugged his pillow between his hand with his face half peeked out on the top. America repeatedly raised his legs and slammed them back on the bed like a lovesick little girl. Regardless of what Russia replied with, he knew that he himself enjoyed it. The night went by in a flash, with America continuously repeating the scenes of what happened that night. It was 6 before he even knew it. I should at least go to make breakfast, he thought with a grin on his face. America leaped up from his bed and ran a hand through his hair before he swiftly left his room, running towards the royal dining room. Luckily, Russia hadn't shown up yet. America really didn't want to see him right now. If he did, he'd probably die of embarrassment first. As he slipped into the dining room, he saw the palace maids preparing a table. They noticed America and stopped to greet him. Good morning, Your Royal Highness. You're quite early today. They placed both of their hands on their skirts and did a bow. Yeah, I couldn't sleep, so I came early. I must say, your dance yesterday was amazing. Another maid chimed in as she set more plates down. America's face turned a slight shade of pink after being reminded of last night. Yeah, thank you. I hope it's not rude for me to ask a question, she said with a cheerful tone. Not at all. Shoot. Well, I was wondering why you asked to dance with Russia halfway through. She set down the last plate, along with her fellow maid friends. The maid that asked had pigtails. Her flag was green, white, red, and had a unique pattern on the white side. Well, I'm only asking because Russia is like a brother to me, so I guess I'm just curious. Belarus put on an innocent smile. I just wanted him to enjoy the dance, but I knew he wouldn't willingly dance without anyone asking him to. So I did. America half lied. It was true he wanted Russia to enjoy the dance. The other half was mostly America just being selfish and wanting to dance with him. I see. Belarus clapped her hands together. Well, I finished my work here, so I hope you'll excuse me and my friends. Of course. Have a nice day, Belarus. America waved them off. The other maids left first. Belarus was the last to leave. Before she did, she said something. By the way, the reason I asked was because he was all serious-faced this morning, muttering things about dancing and Prince and such. Didn't you say you asked because you were curious? America laughed as she sprinted off to catch up with the other maids. Well, it was both, she said before immediately shutting the doors behind her. Soon the whole family came in and sat in their seats. America sat in his usual seat and ate whatever was on the menu for today, but he couldn't help but feel a gaze on him the entire time. America, you seem oddly happy today. His father cocked an eyebrow. Oh, do I? America snapped out of his daydream. The prince was thinking about last night again. A bright smile slowly edged onto his face as he did, arousing his father's curiosity. France beamed with a smile. Isn't that a great thing? She said with an air of friendliness around her. Yeah, you do seem oddly cheerful today, Canada said with a suspicious tone. Oh, quit shitting me, Can. Aren't I always cheerful? America retorted with a mischievous smile. Canada only scoffed and went back to his food. As they finished up, America was about to leave before Canada forcefully pulled him into a random empty hallway. What's up? America cocked an eyebrow, still with a grin plastered on his face. I saw you. What did you say? Are you deaf or dumb? I said I saw you last night, Canada repeated. You mean on the dance floor? Yeah, everyone saw me. No shit, Sherlock. The America couldn't help but chuckle at his own joke. No, I mean near the water fountain. Canada started to get flustered and stuttered. Oh, you did? What did you see? America was teasing his brother. You know what I mean. We only saw the kiss before we walked away. Did anyone else see? America crossed his arms, another smile plastered on his face. He asked without hesitation in his normal tone. Just me and Ukraine. We were taking a walk and just happened to see you two. Canada calmed down and answered nonchalantly. How are you so calm about this? He added. Calm? Are you kidding me? My heart is running a marathon. The American prince let out a series of laughs. You should have picked a more deserted spot. Canada laughed along. So, are you going to tell Dad? Nah, it's not my secret to tell. I'm sure you'll come out one day anyway. The Canadian smiled at his brother. I won't tell Dad about you and Ukraine either. The American placed a finger on front of his lips. Shut up! The shorter prince playfully punched the taller prince on the arm jokingly as they laughed together. How does Russia feel about it? Canada wanted some insight and info. He's a naturally smart and curious prince, so it was just second nature for him to ask. It's one-sided. I was a dumbass and couldn't hold myself back. Yikes. Good luck, man. Then I'll excuse myself. America walked past the Canadian. Just as he was, Canada gripped his shoulder. Seriously, though, good luck. Thanks, you too. America smiled at him. Canada released his grip, and they both parted ways. Well, that was pretty embarrassing. America's face turned bright red as soon as Canada was out of sight. He wasn't panicking, though. Simply flustered, but calm with a hint of excitement. And that is the end of this chapter. I hope you enjoyed. Also, we got a good look at what Canada's actually like, or what his thinking process is, hopefully. Anyway, I think we have an upside for him. Also, the link to my Discord is down in the description. We have a lot of fun there. Anyway, have a nice day, night, or whatever it is for you. Good morning, or hell, good night. I don't know. Have a nice whatever it is for you. And hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow.